At this time, I'd like to call the meeting to order and welcome to the general membership meeting. And hello to everyone. And I'm Kelly Marks, your 2021 president of NC Realtors. And while I'm disappointed that we're not together again in Wilmington right now, we are together virtually, and we will make it to Wilmington for a future annual meeting in the near future. So that's something I think we should all be proud of. We've been able to accomplish so many things this year from our virtual screens, including advocating for private property rights, maintaining the highest level of professionalism, extending our reach to more members across the state of North Carolina, and celebrating 100 years of success and impact. You know, the general membership meeting is a time to celebrate you, the members, and your many accomplishments over the year. We're going to honor this year's Realtor of the Year, Hall of Fame, and other distinguished members during our awards presentation. We're going to finally get to see the William C. Bass Leadership Academy class of 2020 graduate. Man, they've had a journey these past 2 years, and I want to say it's not their fault that it took 2 years for this. It's not that they're slow learners. It's called COVID and pandemic. So we're going to learn more about how your state and national associations are hard at work to advance the important initiatives of our industry. So let's jump right in. And I'd like to start today's meeting by welcoming a very special guest. I wish he was here in person. He was scheduled to be here in person, but unfortunately, again, pandemic. So Charlie Oppler, who's a realtor from Franklin Lakes, New Jersey. He's the 2021 president of the National Association of Realtors. He's been a realtor since 1981. He's also the CEO of Prominent Properties Sotheby's International Realty with 15 offices in Northern and Central New Jersey. He holds the At Home with Diversity certification, and I encourage everybody to please get that certification. I've got it. Most of your leadership team has it. It's well worth your time. And Charlie's passionate about developing and aiding communities and advancing issues that benefit all members and consumers. So we're thrilled to have him with us today and to hear an update from the National Association of Realtors. So without further ado, please join me in welcoming Charlie Oppler.
Hello, North Carolina Realtors. I'm Charlie Oppler, National Association of Realtors, 2021 president. I wish we could all be together in person, but I did want to send my congratulations on your association's 100 years of service. From an initial membership of just 135, North Carolina Realtors has grown to a membership of more than 50,000 real estate professionals and is one of the largest and most influential associations in the Tar Heel State. Thank you for all you do for your clients and your communities. Thank you for your generous support of the Realtors Relief Foundation, which was created in the wake of 9/11 and just commemorated its 20th anniversary. This year, our goal was to raise $8.5 million to ensure the foundation's viability well into the future, so it's there for families in need. We've already raised $7.5 million, and we're closing in on our goal. With your help, I believe we can make it over the top. I also want to thank and congratulate North Carolina Realtors for your work to advance diversity, equity, and inclusion. I know you've had tremendous success with the Mosaic Initiative. Through Mosaic, your association is highlighting the diversity of its members, showcasing its commitment to the Realtor Code of Ethics, encouraging discussions on diversity, and bringing people together to be ambassadors of social change. Promoting diversity, equity, and inclusion has been a focus for us at the national level as well. We're providing realtors with resources and training, such as Fairhaven, our immersive simulation platform. It uses storytelling to help learners confront discrimination in realistic scenarios. The situations are based on real fair housing cases, and realtors frequently ask questions so learners can see the real harm that discrimination causes in people's lives. Many of you have taken advantage of this tool. And thanks to the Mosaic Initiative, North Carolina has been a leader for this important cause. Please know that your efforts in North Carolina have inspired other associations across the country. Realtors' kindness and generosity is just one reason for many that I'm honored to serve as NAR president. I'd like to thank all of my friends in North Carolina who make my job a little easier. I want to thank your leadership team, Kelly Marks, President, Wendy Harris, President-elect, Maren Brisson, immediate past President, Lori Knutson, Treasurer. Again, congratulations on your association's centennial, and best wishes that the next 100 years bring great success to all of you, to our industry, and to our country. Thank you.
Charlie, thank you again for taking the time to speak with us today. We certainly appreciate the work you're doing at NAR. We know it's a tireless effort, and thank you for your commitment. Next up on our agenda is an important presentation from the NC Realtors Global Network. Please join me in welcoming our own Tony Harrington, our chair of the Global Network.
Thank you, President Kelly. Hey, everybody. My name's Tony Harrington, and I am the chair of the NC Realtors Global Network. It's great to be with you all today. I'm sorry we couldn't be in person, but I'm excited to be able to share with you some of the opportunities and experiences that we've had working under the economic development and global programming for the state. There are a couple of areas that we wanted to talk with you about today, and one of them was collaboration, another one was education, and then third, networking. These are three areas that we have focused on this year. And while, we've all tried to work within a COVID environment, I'm excited to say that we have forged forward and we were able to network and work in these virtual areas over the past year. So under collaboration, we're very fortunate in the sense that we have had great relationships over the years and we have continued to grow those. We are working closely with the Economic Development Partnership of North Carolina and working with them in co-sponsoring information and marketing materials that we can share with our global and international audience, as well as retrieving statistical information that we can use to educate you, the member across the state. We also have worked with the Economic Development Association, the North Carolina chapter of CCIM, and our commercial practitioners for collaborative efforts, and we're also working with the North Carolina Foreign Trade Promotion Council. An interesting dynamic with that is we have been working through the North Carolina Foreign Trade Promotion Council and their connection with the Netherlands to work on possible collaboration of water issues and water maintenance issues for communities and cities across our state as it relates to the experience that they have had there in the Netherlands. So in addition to the networking collaboration areas, we have also had a lot of education that we have done over the year. We have done our At Home with Diversity course, and we have also, for the fourth time straight, done our Certified International Property Specialist designation. So we're very proud of that we've been able to have that educational component a part of our programming throughout the year. Third is our networking. We have been very fortunate that we have been able to attend just recently the National Association of Realtors C5 Summit in New York City. This was a commercial summit that President Charlie Oppler had the thought for, that we would come together and have the commercial practitioners be present, talk about their areas of expertise, their projects that they have available, and market those to a global and international investor market. Now, while we were unable to have our global partners with us due to COVID and the travel restrictions that are opposed with coming into the United States, the convention was extremely successful. We had major speakers, economists, people talking from everything from sustainability to diversity, equity, and inclusion to you name it. So we had a great opportunity to market North Carolina to even our co-partners from other parts of the country. So we're very proud that we were able to be a part of that inaugural event. And last but not least, I wanted to share with you our experience this year. As you know, for years, we have had a relationship with the country of Austria. We work closely with them. We have been collaborating with them. And then this year, we took that relationship to a different level. We were able to finally go under a formal memorandum of understanding between our two organizations to be able to have a promise to work together, to share information, and to collaborate when necessary. So we had our formal MOU signing ceremony earlier this year. I want to thank you for your time and thank you for allowing us to represent North Carolina to the international and global world.
Thank you, Tony. We're so appreciative of the work you all are doing to put North Carolina in the spotlight, both nationally and internationally. So up next is an important moment. Finally, after 2 years of navigating the pandemic and adjusting to its challenges, our current Leadership Academy class is graduating. So please help me welcome Stephanie Walker, the NC Realtors William C. Bass Leadership Academy Commissioner's Chair.
Good afternoon. I'm Stephanie Walker, Chair of the North Carolina's Realtors William C. Bass Leadership Academy. And while I always say it gives me great pleasure and pride to report that the North Carolina Realtors Leadership Academy has completed a successful year, this year is different. This year, I come to you with enormous pride, admiration, and a heartfelt thank you to the 15th Leadership Academy class, the class of 2020 and 21. I'd like to offer a huge thank you to all of our commissioners for offering your time and guidance. Serving alongside me with the first ever 2-year, almost completely virtual class were Cindy Chandler, Randall Blankenship, Amy Hedgecock, Michael Harrell, and Marvette Artis. A special thanks to Randall, who has completed his term. Randall, we really appreciate the time and commitment that you shared with us. I'm also excited to announce that Connie Corey has been appointed as our new commissioner. Thanks, Connie, for accepting the appointment, and we welcome you. I'd also can't even begin to offer enough thank yous to Caitlin Thompson. We could not have better support from NCR. Caitlin is amazing and always goes above and beyond the call of duty. We can't thank her enough. To the class, thank you for welcoming us into your class. As you all learned and grew over the past 22 months, we did too. You began your journey in December of 2019 when no one could have imagined we would be entering a global pandemic. We didn't even know that could exist outside of books or movies. You signed on and expected to graduate in the fall of 2020. In March of 2020, the world changed, and the schedule we had so carefully planned and you had committed to was no longer possible. At first, we thought just a couple of weeks of lockdown, the virus will be contained, and we can reschedule here and there and move on. We quickly realized that would not be the case. We met and started setting up an entirely different schedule, canceled trips and in-person retreats, and tried to figure out how to deliver a great experience in a virtual world. Your willingness to work with us, maintain your commitment, and engage your flexibility did not go unnoticed. Together, we discovered the value of being flexible, the value of finding a way to make things work. We will be better because of you. The Leadership Academy will be better because of you. Before we recognize the graduates, I'd like to ask 2 members of the class to share a little bit about their experience. I'd like to welcome Kim Perkins and Kathy Robertson.
Hello, everyone. Kathy and I are both truly honored to be speaking on behalf of our classmates. We all have different reasons for applying. There's something to be said when you see the camaraderie of former graduates. The first date meeting I went to, one of my friends, a 2017 graduate, had invited me to their table for dinner. Little did I know how very impactful that small gesture of kindness would change me. They treated me like I was one of them, like I had been friends with them forever. I had someone from another class that treated me the same way. I had a friend that was a graduate that told me I should apply. I really had put it off and had no idea if I wanted to do it. Trust me, she was not going to take no for an answer, and I finally said yes. It was her push and the former graduates that showed me how much I wanted to be in that elite group of leaders. I can tell you it was a life-changing experience. If you have ever considered applying for the William C. Bass Leadership Academy, I highly encourage you to do so. If you have never considered it, but someone has asked you to apply, just do it. They see something great in you.
Kim is right. It's an honor to speak to you today on behalf of our class. My journey through the Academy, although longer than originally planned, has been an incredible experience. When I first was encouraged to apply, I was hesitant. Having been part of many cohorts in the past, I wondered if this would be really a good use of my time. Today, I can say without hesitation that it is. Not only was the training and education superior, the friendships that have been cultivated are priceless. Our class has celebrated many milestones during our time together, and we even gained a 13th member midway through our first year. If you are contemplating a leadership role within our industry, let me assure you that this academy will equip you with the confidence, knowledge, and skills to become a leader among leaders.
Our year started out very similar to a lot of the past classes. We had our first retreat in Greensboro, where we did some team building and learned about ourselves. We did the Myers-Briggs personality test. Boy, did I learn about myself. We learned about other personalities and where they get their energy from. We learned a lot about each of our classmates. The exercises we did exposed us and taught us about each other. We came there as strangers, but left as friends. I personally tried something I learned at home. My husband is definitely a spontaneous, go with the flow person. I am not. We are in Raleigh Christmas shopping and we were ready to go back home. He asked about staying the night and celebrating our anniversary. I was like, we didn't plan for that. I don't have anything with me. I was hesitant, but I remembered what we talked about during our retreat. I saw a little spark in his eyes as he was shopping for all the essentials, and he actually had fun. It took everything in me to go with the flow. I have to admit that was one of the best anniversaries we ever had. We learned something valuable in that retreat. It can be applied to every aspect of our lives, but especially our leadership journey. You can be a better leader by learning what makes others spark. You never know something that sparks in others that pushes you outside of your comfort zone. Just maybe the very best thing that has happened.
On our second in-person meeting, which turned out to be our last, was during the Vision Quest. Here we experienced 3 high-level sessions, including spokesperson training with Chris Sinclair. At the time, we could not have known how this training would inform us for the challenges that lay ahead. As the country shut down and many realtors faced the possibility of not being considered essential, courts closed, and we were faced with a completely unforeseen market. This training helped many of us as it became necessary to speak on behalf of our clients and industry. It taught us to think on our feet, communicate clearly, and stay on message.
March came, and all of a sudden our world, as we knew it, changed. I was president of the local association, and I saw firsthand how fast our national and state associations shifted. They did a great job in fighting to make our industry essential, as well as providing us with resources to navigate through a pandemic. Our class was all affected differently as we learned this during our virtual chats. We learned to be flexible and patient. I believe these are important factors in being a good leader. If you look at our classmates, you will see some big accomplishments that we are all proud of. It was not easy to be flexible and go with the flow, but we all did it. You have to learn to pivot when things occur. Our commissioners and staff had to go back to the drawing board and figure out how they were going to make a successful program of an in-person, close and personal meeting work on a virtual platform. They took the time to ask for our input and included us in the decision-making process. We were assigned the movie Miracle to watch and discuss. We had a Zoom meeting with CEO of NAR, Bob Goldberg, and NAR President Vince Malta in April. Not even 2 weeks later, we had another Zoom meeting with State CEO Andrea Bushnell and President Maren Brisson-Kuster. We had a Zoom meeting every week that month. In between the meetings with state and national leadership, we discussed Miracle. The remaining time of our years we spent on Zoom meetings with NCR past presidents, book club meetings, state meetings, and national meetings. We were able to speak one-on-one with NAR leadership and also with NCREC. Our experiences and the wealth of knowledge we learned is priceless. This spoke volumes to me about our state leadership and staff. They were able to be flexible and accommodate an ever-changing world.
The project was a collaboration with past leadership classes. We started 2020 with Coins for Caring. Money collected would go back to participating local associations in the form of a grant to assist in NC Realtors Give Back Day service-related projects. Even in a pandemic, we were still able to make huge impacts across the state. We had associations that assisted in Habitat for Humanity restore, as well as build projects. We had realtors that made masks for medical personnel and fellow realtors, and some that donated masks and gloves. There were realtors and associations that helped feed homeless, kids in need, as well as donate to local food banks. Cards were written to the participants and patients at Duke to provide cheer. Donations were made to military missions. $200,000 was used to help support North Carolinians struggling with rent and mortgage during COVID. NC Realtors donated $15,000 to the wildfire disaster relief on the West Coast. Even in a pandemic, we made an impact.
We wanted to address one final very important issue. We know that for several years, there has been talk about who the best class is. Every class seems to think they are the best class ever. Kathy, what do you think?
Well, I certainly don't consider us the remedial class, as someone has referred to us. You don't keep a class for 2 years unless they really are the best class ever. Actions speak louder than words. And speaking of words, now you're going to hear a few of the words that our fellow classmates would use to describe their year in the William C. Bass Leadership Academy.
Perseverance.
Endurance.
Service.
Resilience.
Pivotal.
Camaraderie.
Empowerment.
Inspirational.
Vision. Thought-provoking.
In December of 2019, 12 realtors, diverse in age, career, and experience, were selected to form the class of 2021. They came together as strangers, and over the course of 2 years, they've worked through team building exercises, identified their leadership strengths, improved their communication techniques, and sharpened their awareness of what it means to be a positive leader within their business, their community, and their associations. They began their experience with 2 days of team building. By the end of the first retreat, each member had developed 11 new lifetime friendships. They learned about each other, how to appreciate the differences each one brings to a team, and how to work with others who are maybe not like them. They learned, they laughed, they thought, they played. There might have been a tear or two. We've celebrated a new marriage, the miracle of a baby, and the sorrow of loss. They had experiences with instructors who left lasting impressions on each of them, and they completed this portion of their leadership journey. Through this program, these 12 individuals have formed personal bonds that will remain strong for years to come, and they've emerged as a close-knit group who know they're capable of great things and know they now have a strong support system statewide. Our local, state, and national associations will continue to remain strong as we continue to embrace those who choose to be involved, make a difference, and become the visionaries of tomorrow. So on behalf of the North Carolina Realtors, William C. Bass Leadership Academy Commissioners, congratulations. Well done. I personally look forward to witnessing your many successes and achievements. I'd now like to call the graduates of the 2020-2021 North Carolina Realtors William C. Bass Leadership Academy. Olita Boone, Johnston County Association of Realtors. Sophia Crisp, Greensboro Regional Realtors Association. Magda Asola, Canopy Realtor Association. Stephanie Estrada, Land of the Sky Association of Realtors. Jim Logan, Winston-Salem Regional Realtors Association. Kim Perkins, Jacksonville Board of Realtors. DeJane Kerr, Raleigh Regional Association of Realtors. Nikki Pratt Nunley, Canopy Realtor Association. Kathy Robertson, Winston-Salem Regional Realtors Association. Kurt Rogerson, Carteret County Association of Realtors. Charles Umstead, Raleigh Regional Association of Realtors, and David Zeitz, Longleaf Pine Realtors. congratulations to you all. A job well done. Thank you.
Congratulations to all our William C. Bass Leadership Academy graduates. We welcome you to this family, and we look forward to your contributions to this association and our industry for years to come. And next is our NC Realtors Annual Awards presentation. We wanted to make this as special as possible for our award winners. So sit back and enjoy the 2021 NC Realtors Awards. Welcome, everyone. It's awards season, and it's another year in the books, and yes, another virtual celebration. But 2021 is such an important year for our association. It's our centennial. That's 100 years for those who are counting. And I'm so proud to showcase members who truly embodied this association's core values, contributed to the success of the organization, and lead us into the next 100 years. So it is my pleasure to announce the winners of the 2021 NC Realtors Awards. We'll begin with the Committee Member of the Year. So the NC Realtors Committee Member of the Year Award recognizes a member who has demonstrated initiative, enthusiasm, originality, and has dedicated time to committee work above that usually required of a committee member. And that's saying a lot in these times where we do most of our work behind the scenes and on a screen. So it is my pleasure, the envelope please, to announce the Committee Member of the Year. And it is Leslie Williams of the Raleigh Regional Association of Realtors. Well done, Leslie. Great job, and thank you for your dedication and commitment to service. It is now my pleasure to present the Regional Service Awards. These awards recognize realtors who've contributed to and are continuing to serve their local, state, and national associations. So at this particular point in time, I'd like to tell you who the winners are. I pull them out of the envelope. For Region 3, Lisa York, Longleaf Pine Realtors. She got this. Our second recipient from Region 4 is Julia Tucker from the Durham Regional Association of Realtors. Julia, terrific job. Thank you so much for everything you've done. And now our next recipient from Region 6, you know Walter Kinsey from the Winston-Salem Regional Association of Realtors. Walter, congratulations. And our final award for the region today is going to be Tim McBrayer, Region 10, Raleigh Regional Association of Realtors. Tim, great job, terrific. Thank you all for your outstanding service to your community. It is now my honor and pleasure to present the Ben Ball Community Service Award. You know, this award is given to a realtor who deserves recognition for their contributions to the betterment of their community through outstanding public service. So this year's Ben Ball Community Service Award winner is Kevin Green from the Greensboro Regional Realtors Association. Well done, Kevin Green. Thank you for your outstanding service in the Greensboro community. It is now my privilege to present the Hall of Fame Award. This year, we have not one, but two honorees, and they're both so well deserving of this award. The Hall of Fame is a very special Lifetime Achievement Award honoring realtors who contribute persistent, outstanding leadership and service to our profession in many areas, especially leadership at our state level. So it's my pleasure to announce the winners of the 2021 Hall of Fame Award. And our first recipient is Lynn Harris from the Cape Fear Realtors. Lynn, congratulations.
Thank you all for this unbelievable honor. When President Kelly Marks called to give me the news, after chatting for a moment, he said, "Lynn, I want you to give Don a message for me. Tell him his wife is receiving the Hall of Fame Award." Well, I guess I wasn't really listening because I thought he was telling me that my husband was receiving the award. I don't remember exactly what I said to him, but what a surprise when I found out he was really talking about me. When I first started in this career, I was fortunate to work with Faye and Danny Brock, who many of you know. They immediately encouraged me to get involved with the state association, and I quickly found out that if you're willing to serve, there will be an opportunity for you. I encourage you to invite others to become more involved in our profession. You never know what a difference it will make for them. It is amazing how many business relationships and friendships I've developed over the years with many of you. And most importantly, I found out that somehow you always get back more than you give. Again, I thank all my realtor family for this wonderful honor. The only thing that could have made it better is for all of you to be here in Wilmington with us for this convention.
It's also my pleasure to now announce the second recipient, which is Paul McGill, the Winston-Salem Association of Realtors. Congratulations, Paul.
I was humbled and honored to get a call from Kelly Marks the other day telling me that I was going to be entered in the North Carolina Realtors Hall of Fame. It's always interesting to me how people get into the business, and I'd like to tell you my story. My background and college degree was in landscape gardening, specializing in estate management. After interning at the Paul Mellon Estate in Upperville, Virginia, and the Joan Irvine Estate in Middleburg, Virginia, superintendent of grounds, I got a call from Reynolda Gardens Committee, Wake Forest University, to interview for superintendent of Reynolda Gardens. Having always been provided a home in which to live, I turned them down. Then in late 1971, they called and said they were going to restore the girls' playhouse in the former gardens for me to live in. I accepted and started in spring of 1972, 49 years ago. We got the entire 4-acre former gardens restored and the conservatory and greenhouses full of blooming and unusual plants, and the 120 acres of woods and meadows more presentable. We had lots of visitors, but they were somewhat scared because Reynolda Village and the adjoining self-sustaining estates buildings were deteriorating, and the hippies and the students of that time were hanging out there and smoking dope. Well, something needed to be done. Finally, in 1976, they hired a planning group from Massachusetts who recommended restoration of the historic buildings repurposed for offices and shops. Wake Forest hired an architect, and I was in charge of restoration, leasing, and property management, working directly with the treasurer of Wake Forest University. Several buildings were so deteriorated that we had to rebuild, but most of the houses and other buildings were still in good enough shape to be converted to shops and offices. The treasurer his directions to me was, you rent it and I'll make the money available to fix it. I did that, and what a wonderful experience. When I left, it was the best return on investment of anything in Wake Forest's portfolio. Came to Wake Forest in 1972 at the age of 21 and left a realtor, getting my license in 1979 and joining all three organizations. So 42 years in real estate and still going. I'm committed to giving back to our industry on the local and state levels, serving in numerous capacities, and have also volunteered in our community, serving on the Zoning Board of Adjustment, 15 years on the City County Utilities Commission, and now serve on the Tax Equalization and Review Board, as well as supporting my church and many other organizations. My suggestion to you is to get involved and give back. Thank you for this great honor. Best wishes to all.
Paul, congratulations on this incredible honor, both to you and Lynn. Well done and well deserved. Thank you for your service. And now is the moment that we've all been waiting for, and that is the announcement of this year's NCR Realtor of the Year. So NC Realtors created the Realtor of the Year Award in 1951. This award was envied by many other associations and has since been duplicated by all 49 states and many local associations across the country. So presenting this year's award is our 2020 Realtor of the Year, Asa Fleming.
Thank you, Kelly. The person selected as Realtor of the Year receives the most important and greatest honor the association can possibly award. In addition, the Realtor is awarded the Clendenin Cup, which represents thoughtfulness, dignity, and consideration of others. The cup was first presented in 1950 by Realtor Kemp C. Clendenin Sr. of Greensboro to Hayes White of Raleigh, and has been presented every year since. As NC Realtor celebrates our centennial this year, I thought it was fitting to look back to the 1963 NC Realtors Convention and the speech that Kemp C. Clendenin Jr. gave during the Realtor of the Year presentation that year. It is a speech that bears repeating 58 years later. He says, I am firmly convinced that the real estate profession is one of the very top business professions in this whole country. It has no peer as to ethics or for working for the common good of our people. Our merchandise is represented by two of the most important words in the English language, land and home. Underneath all materials lies the land. We buy it, subdivide it, build on it, sell it, resell it, manage it, appraise it, and finance it. In one capacity or another, we all have to do with land. Home is a place for love and understanding, companionship, family life, children and security, a place that brings stability to our way of life. Realtors, our business has to do with these two most important words, land and home. As I present this award today, the words of this speech set the stage for our distinguished 2021 recipient, a realtor who is dedicated to land and home in every aspect of the words, a realtor who is a dedicated advocate for the protection and promotion of private property rights, a realtor who's passionate about teaching and leading others to uphold a high level of professionalism, a realtor in the business for over 36 years, a member who has served on numerous local, state, and national association committees, an active supporter of various organizations in the Wilmington community, a past president of Cape Fear Realtors, a past president of NC Realtors, a 2020 recipient of the NC Realtors Hall of Fame Award, and above all, a realtor who truly takes to heart her role in helping families with their real estate needs, giving back to the industry, and supporting her community. It is my honor to present the 2021 Realtor of the Year Award to Patrice Willits. Congratulations, Patrice.
Thank you so very much. You know, there's always people behind the scenes that help you do what you love doing. I so wish Ken was here to enjoy this award with me. His support at home allowed me to volunteer and serve. Again, I so appreciate this award. Thank you.
Thank you, Patrice, for your dedication to the association and our industry. What a well-deserved honor. And I'm so proud to have been president this year, to be able to have you as a 2021 Realtor of the Year. So congratulations. And I'd also like to congratulate once again to all of our 2021 winners. We look forward to seeing you all soon and celebrating these incredible achievements in person. So again, thank you all very much for this opportunity to present our awards to our members. Congratulations to all of our 2021 award recipients. Well deserved. You do so much for our association, the industry, and your communities. We'd not be here where we are today without you and your leadership, your time, and your commitment. So thank you very much for everything that you do, and we look forward to you staying involved for years to come. I have a few more items on the agenda before we close the meeting today. First up, recognition of our newly elected officers for 2022. Thank you to everyone who voted this year. It's so important for you to vote and be part of this process, electing your new leadership. So our 2022 officers are 2021 President-elect Lee Brown from Central Carolina Association of Realtors. Congratulations, Lee. Our treasurer, which will now be a two-term treasurer, will be the current treasurer, Laurie Knudsen from the Canopy Realtor Association. Our issues mobilization elected Kim Dawson from the Durham Regional Realtors Association. And for Finance and Budget Committee, we've got Renee Cooney from the Carolina Smokies, Kim Andre from the Outer Banks, and David Zietz, Longleaf Pine Realtors. Congratulations to all of you. And now our regional vice presidents. For Region 1, Adam Upchurch, Topsail Island. Region 2, Brooke Rudd Gagley, Brunswick County. Region 5, Ray Alexander, the Greensboro Regional Realtors Association. Region 7, Carol Bradley, Union County Association of Realtors, and Region 10, Lewis Grubbs, Raleigh Regional Association of Realtors. Congratulations to all of our newly elected regional vice presidents. Well done, and we look forward to working with you. And our NAR directors elected, and we have two of them, Sandra O'Connor from the Greensboro Regional Realtors Association and Stephanie Walker from the Outer Banks Association of Realtors. Congratulations to both of you, and thank you for your representation at the National Association of Realtor level. And congratulations to all of our officers. We look forward to your leadership next year. I now would like to invite Guy McCook to make a special announcement. Welcome, Guy.
Thank you, Kelly. My name's Guy McCook, and I'm a realtor from Laurinburg and a member of Cape Fear Realtors. I'm excited to announce that my friend, Tony Harrington, is running for North Carolina Realtors President-elect. Tony is the immediate past president of Cape Fear Realtors. He's an avid supporter of RPAC. He is a Golden R President's Circle member and currently serves on NAR's RPAC Major Investor Council. He will soon be inducted into the RPAC Hall of Fame. Tony's in his second year as RVP for Region 2. He's on the Legislative Committee and he serves as a member of the Economic Development Committee and their Global Subcommittee, both of which he has chaired and served since their creation. Tony's volunteer path has been one where collaboration is key. He's always trying to figure out how to best connect people. The experiences and knowledge gained from being a part of the RCA Board of Governors, the Legislative Committee, and an RPAC trustee and on the Appraisal Committee, along with several PAGs, has enabled him to have a positive impact on our association. It's because of his work through NCR and CFR that he sits as a commissioner with the Southeastern Economic Development Commission and a board member of the North Carolina Foreign Trade Promotion Council. I became familiar with Tony as we worked with the Economic Development Committee to plan and represent North Carolina at the 2018 MIPIM conference in France. And I quickly learned to respect Tony and found him to be energetic, smart, and willing to learn. His work ethic, his desire to be a team player, and his determination to do things right have served him well over the years, both as a broker owner and in his leadership roles, both inside and outside the real estate industry. If you're around Tony very long, you'll hear him say that nothing is done until it's overdone. That phrase says volumes about his commitment to details and his commitment to do things right. I hope you will join me in my unqualified support of Tony Harrington as President-elect of NC Realtors.
Thank you, Guy. Before we wrap the meeting today, I want to offer my gratitude to all of your contributions to NC Realtors this year. Even though we were not able to come together to celebrate our centennial like we wanted to, we will soon. I promise you that. We'll have a 101-year party. Until then, I want to thank all of you who shared your stories and added to our 100 Years, 100 Stories digital archive. Let's take a look.
Okay, here's wishing the best after 100 years to NC Realtors. Congratulations.
Happy 100th anniversary. Wishing everybody well.
Cheers to 100 years and happy 100th anniversary to NC Realtors.
So happy 100th anniversary to NC Realtors.
Congratulations to NCR on 100 years.
Very proud of all that's been accomplished over the past 100 years. Congratulations.
I'm so excited for your celebration this year. Can't wait to celebrate.
Happy 100 NCR.
I'm excited to see what the future holds for each and every one of us.
Happy 100 years, North Carolina Realtors.
This is such a great milestone.
So happy 100th anniversary. May you continue to be strong and healthy.
100 years of advocacy, professionalism, and leadership.
Happy 100 NC Realtors. I hope you have 100 more.
And I'm very excited that this is our 100th year anniversary.
I am so proud to be a North Carolina Realtor.
Certainly wishing everyone the best for the future and appreciate those who have come before us.
Looking forward to 100 more.
Here's to another 100 years. Congratulations, NC Realtors.
And I wish to the North Carolina Realtors Association that we will have another blessed 100 years.
Happy 100 NC Realtors.
NC Realtors, happy 100 years. You made it.
I'm so excited for everything that 2021 and the future brings.
NC Realtors, it's been a fabulous 100 years. I hope you have another 100 to come. Congratulations.
Thank you to all of our special guests and congratulations to our Leadership Academy graduates and award winners. Have a great afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for being part of the general membership meeting. And please find time to do something nice for yourself.